Hello, this is Tony Heller from RealClimateScience.com, setting the record straight about the new normal. About 2 days into the lockdowns, Democratic governors like Whitmer of Michigan started talking about the new normal. They said we could never go back to the old way of doing things. It was almost like they had the new normal planned out for a long time. And the new normal has arrived in the United States. Human beings aren't allowed into baseball stadiums anymore, and games are being played in front of fake 2D cardboard spectators. And the general manager of the Washington Nationals, Mike Rizzo, was ejected for not wearing a mask in a suite up in the upper deck all by himself.
You're down. You're out. Okay, we'll wait for you.
Wow, somebody's getting kicked out. Hunter Wendelstedt sees somebody in the upper deck or in the second deck.
Call security.
Somebody's been ejected. Either Joe West or Hunter Wendelstedt saw it, and they've asked security to be called either in the second deck or third deck. And they said, we'll wait for you. Better not be Mike Rizzo. The Nationals GM who's traveling with the club here in Atlanta.
Well, I think it is. It might be the way he was yelling back. I love how Hunter, I don't know if you heard him say, hey, Brian, to Snick, call security.
Yeah, Joe West the same. Now,
I know, but tell the manager to call security.
Protocol at the ballpark, you're supposed to have your mask on in public areas, right? I don't know where Mike is standing. I don't see him. But the umpiring crew is going to get in charge with Brave security and ask whoever is there to be escorted out.
And meanwhile in tennis, the US Open Championships being played in New York City are also being played in front of no spectators. And the only top player there has been ejected for tapping a ball over towards the line judge. Wow, that tennis ball must have hit her like a 12-gauge shotgun blast. And if that isn't bad enough, Djokovic then walked through a tunnel without his mask where they're required, passing tons of masked people on his way. The world's top tennis player, Novak Djokovic, probably killed thousands of people by walking through that tunnel without a mask. I ran into someone on a trail this morning where I'd never seen anybody else before. He saw me and my scary little dogs walking up the trail without a mask on, and he stepped off about 5 feet. But he was actually extremely brave. A lot of people run off the trail by 15 or 20 feet. This is probably the first time in history when people have been terrified of contracting a disease from other people who show no signs of being in ill health at all. Anyone not wearing a mask is a mortal threat to some people's health and safety, and that is the new normal. Meanwhile in Sweden, people aren't wearing masks, almost nobody is dying from COVID-19, and spectator sports and concerts are resuming. The world is rapidly diverging into groups of people who do their thinking based on science and those who get their superstitious ideas from cable news. Toto is very impressed how the Chinese have propagated their propaganda through CNN and Fox News and driven the world insane. You can visit Toto on the web at realclimatescience.com.